Tonight, we report on how much Grant County could pay for a sewer system at the fairgrounds, and police are looking for drivers on their cell phones this week. What's happening in sports, Bob?
Moses Lake softball sweeps Sunnyside, and Big Bend baseball is put to the test in Wenatchee. Let's take a quick peek at our Weather Center forecast.
Hi everyone, meteorologist Mike Sines here with you. I'm tracking the latest temperature trends. We're going to go on a roller coaster of temperatures. Details coming up.
I'm Amber Jenks, and we have all this and much more on iFIBER 1 News.
From the iFIBER 1 HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFIBER 1 News. Your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
Grant County may pay roughly $1.47 million to build the connection to Moses Lake sewer systems from the fairgrounds. 3 companies submitted bids to do the construction, and Moses Lake-based Advanced Excavation bid appears to be the lowest. The project includes installing 6,900 feet of 8-inch sewer pipes, manholes, and to restore the roads. Central Services Director Tom Gaines said the bids need to be reviewed to determine if the math is correct and no mistakes were made before a company is confirmed to construct the project. Gaines said the county is hoping to complete the project before the Grant County Fair. More than 100 people participated in the annual Beasley Burn mountain bike race on Saturday near Ephrata. Reporter Cameron Probert has a story.
Roughly 150 bicyclists pedaled across trails on Ephrata's Beasley Hill on Saturday. The city was the site of the 11th annual Beasley Burn bike race. The race is part of the Fat Tire Revolution series. The series includes races across the state. Jake Medke, an organizer with the race, said it's the first of the season and the best time of the year for riding on the hill. Competitors started the course near Lions Park and traveled along near the Canal Road, as well as a series of paths on the hill.
They go up on the hill and go up and down, ends up about an 8-mile lap with about 700 feet of climbing.
Riders came from across the Northwest, with many of them coming from Western Washington and Spokane. Medke said he was happy with the turnout at the event. For iFIBER 1 News, this is Cameron Probert reporting.
Cemetery property owners and nonprofit organizations can now apply for grants to lower maintenance and operation costs. Governor Jay Inslee signed House Bill 2637 into law. The bill, sponsored by the 13th District Representative Matt Manwiller, creates a state historic capital grant program to address a growing problem of decaying and abandoned cemeteries. Manwiller said cemeteries have seen a decline in dollars for maintenance and operations due to an increase in alternatives to burial, and it isn't uncommon for many of them to be resting places for veterans. Cemetery property owners, nonprofit organizations, and local governments can apply for grants up to $50,000 for construction, renovation, or rehabilitation projects through the Department of Archaeology and Historic Preservation. The Ephrata Chamber of Commerce held its annual banquet on Saturday night. The event is the main fundraiser for the Chamber. Reporter Cameron Probert has the details.
Business owners, employees, and Ephrata community members gathered Saturday to support the city's Chamber of Commerce. The banquet and auction had a theme of a night at the speakeasy, and several of the attendees donned 1920s-style clothing while they looked at tables of silent auction items and enjoyed a prime rib dinner. Amber Reynolds, the Chamber's executive director, said the turnout of the event was good, and the roughly 170 attendees seem to be enjoying the event. Banquet and auction are the main fundraiser for the Chamber and allows it to continue operating during the year. Along with the auction, the Chamber presented awards for teacher, government official, agribusiness, business, and Person of the Year. The awards were given to Donna McNeil, a Grant Elementary School teacher, Ephrata Recreation Director Ray Towery, Shannon Hastings with the Ephrata Senior Center, Neilman Farms, and Pita Pit. For iFIBER 1 News, this is Cameron Probert reporting.
Now we take a look at people being sought by law enforcement.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
We'll be right back after this.
Are you prepared to pay your capital gains? I'm ABC's Chief Business and Economics Correspondent Rebecca Jarvis with today's tax tip. 2014 was a record-breaking year for U.S. stock markets. Investors who cashed in on all the good times will likely be paying taxes on those gains. Kiplinger's Kevin McCormley.
The top tax rate on capital gains is 23%.
But there are ways around paying the price. H&R Block's Kathy Pickering says if you thought ahead, you sold some of your losers before the year ended.
If you had some gains and then you could also sell some stocks at a loss to offset that, that's a great strategy.
Gift wrapping your gains may be a better bet, says Tom Wheelwright, founder of CPA firm Provision.
If you give stock, instead of having to pick up the gain and then get a deduction, you don't have to pick up a gain, but you get a deduction for the full value of the stock. So you're not picking up gain and getting a deduction, so you get a double benefit.
With today's tax tip, Rebecca Jarvis, ABC News.
Now for your iFIBER 1 News Weather Center forecast.
Hi everyone, this weather segment brought to you by Barry Motors, one great place to buy and service a car. I'm meteorologist Mike Sines with a look at your weather headlines. We are going to see cloud cover is going to continue, a rise in the temperatures, and dry week ahead, so it's going to be a nice week. Taking a look at our almanac for us here in Ephrata, we can see we reached a low of 47 degrees. The sun's going to set at 7:33. A tad bit of precip, 0.03 of an inch as far as precipitation goes. That's 0.03 inches. And we also had a wind advisory in effect today because it was very windy outside. It's gusting up to 40 miles per hour. Right now outside, though, it is 58 degrees. We're looking at partly cloudy skies. The wind's still blustery out there, blowing from the west at around 22 miles per hour. Taking a look at my futurecast model here, and we can see that cloud cover is going to remain. A few spotty snow showers up into the Cascades. However, that humidity will taper off and dry out. Cloud cover going to remain in effect. The majority of the system, though, is going to stay north of Canada. It's actually not going to impact us at all. It's going to take a more northerly track. And as you can see there, some snow on our model. As we continue to see, though, clearing skies, a few cloud cover. Cloud cover is going to make its way in here, but we are going to see a drying pattern within the next few days. For Tuesday, 67 degrees in Yakima, 61 Tri-Cities. Out towards Port Angeles, mostly cloudy skies, mostly cloudy as well. Seattle, 58. Taking a closer look for us here into Ephrata, 65 as well in Moses Lake, mostly cloudy skies. And we are going to see the sun, though, will return. We are going to see peaks of sun and clouds throughout the day. Temperatures generally holding into the 60s. It will feel a tad bit cooler, but warmer temperatures are on the way. Here's a look at my extended outlook. That will show you just that as we make our way into Thursday. Mostly sunny, stable weather, and then a rise in the temperatures. Check out Wednesday. Partly cloudy skies, 71. As we get into Thursday, we're almost at 80 with plenty of sunshine. A little bit of cloud cover returns for Friday, and then the weekend is looking spectacular. Sunny skies as high pressure remains in control. Take a look at the lows, though, as far as temperatures go. We're going to look at 37 for Tuesday morning on the cool side. A slight warm up in the temperatures, and it's going to look like a passing cold front will make its way through Friday. Friday, though, it's still going to be warm, partly cloudy skies, 82 degrees, and then we have a big jump in the temperatures as that cold front moves through into the weekend. Cooler temps and cooler as well. Thanks for watching. Sports is coming up next.
You don't have to drive to Seattle for exceptional cancer care. Confluence Health's cancer program delivers world-class care close to home. We have a highly experienced oncology team in a state-of-the-art facility, and we're a member of the Seattle Cancer Care Alliance, which gives our patients access to world-renowned therapies developed at Fred Hutchinson, the University of Washington Medicine, and Seattle Children's. Together with the SCCA, we're delivering world-class cancer care close to home.
To save save some energy, I've used Einstein's mass energy equivalents to design the haptic suits you see in front of you. They will maintain our core body temperature while we completely turn off our heat and air conditioning. With the money we save on our Grant PUD bill, I'll be expecting that trip to Disneyland this year.
You don't need to be a super genius to save energy and money. Visit grantpud.org to learn how.
Moses Lake swept a doubleheader from Sunnyside at home Friday to move to 6-0 and into a tie for first with Eastmont. The Chiefs posted 39 runs on the board in the two contests and didn't allow a Grizzly to touch home. Sophomore Brooke Richardson wielded the big stick for Moses Lake with 5 hits and 7 at-bats with a couple of 3-run home runs and 6 RBI on the afternoon. She leads the team with 20 runs batted in through 6 games. Peyton Rees tossed a 2-hitter and fanned 8 in Game 1. Nakia Holman finished with 4 RBI in the contest. Marnie Skinner took the circle in Game 2. She gave up 3 hits and struck out 11 Grizzlies in 5 innings of work to record the W. Skinner has 5 wins against no losses on the season. The Chiefs' ace has faced 85 batters, struck out 44 of them, has given up just 8 hits and only 1 walk to date. The talented senior has offers to play for Iona and Harvard at the next level. The Chiefs are out of action this week, but return to the Diamond for a single game with Davis at Larson Field on April the 12th. Well, Walla Walla took 2 from Big Bend on the Lady Vikings home field. The Warriors took the opener 14-7. Walla Walla led 6-3 going into the bottom of the second. The Lady Vikings got 2 back to close the gap to 6-5. Big Bend took its first lead of the contest, 7-6 in the home half of the 5th. But the Lady Vikings were unable to hold as Walla Walla exploded for 8 runs over the final 2 innings to win it. The Warriors led 14-0 after 4.5 innings were in the books in Game 2. Big Bend was able to bring 3 across the dish in the bottom of the 5th to avoid the shutout. The Lady Vikings are back on the Diamond Tuesday for doubleheader action with the Columbia Basin Hawks in Pasco. The Lady Vikings split games with Blue Mountain on Saturday. Big Bend dropped Game 1 by an 11-7 score. The team pulled out an 11-9 comeback win over the Timberwolves in the nightcap. Big Bend bounced back from a league-opening doubleheader loss with 2 nail-biting road wins over a tough Wenatchee ball club on Saturday. The Vikings bats were lively in the twin bill with the team pounding out 23 hits. Big Bend broke an 8-8 tie in the top of the 9th in Game 1 after leadoff hitter Sam Glowicki was beaned and then came around to score the winning run. The Vikings hung 4 runs on the board in the top of the 8th to pull out the comeback win in the nightcap. Tyler Barber doubled in 2 runs in the inning. Tristan Parton's 2-out triple brought Barber home to seal it. Big Bend is back on the Diamond Wednesday at Larson Field for a doubleheader with Spokane. First pitch is 1 p.m. The backstop replacement work on the Vikings home field is nearly wrapped up, which means the team should be playing home games at the college next week. We'll be back after this commercial break.
Whether you're looking for a bigger car to support your growing family, a new truck for your business, or something to pull that toy of yours, we've got you covered at Barry Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Ephrata. Come see us today and learn why your family, friends, and neighbors buy their cars at Barry. On Basin Street for more than 35 years, and with locations in Moses Lake and Wenatchee, we are one great place to buy a car. Call or click 754-2411 or barrysaves.com.
We are real students, and this really is our college.
My dream will change the outcome of my life.
My college is allowing me to achieve my dream.
My dream is to be a pilot.
My dream is to be a nurse.
Only you can determine your dream. Big Bend will help you get there.
What's your dream?
Our spotlight story tonight is about the Boys and Girls Club 5th Annual Half Marathon and Family Fun Run in Moses Lake on Saturday. About 150 people took part in the event. Reporter Cameron Probert was there and has the story.
Dozens of people ran, jogged, and walked to raise money for the Boys and Girls Club of the Columbia Basin. The club held its 5th annual half marathon and family fun run Saturday morning. People traveled on either a 5 or a 10-kilometer course or went on a 12-mile half marathon. Rochelle Beresford, the club's director of resource development, said the event is a way to celebrate the beginning of spring break for schools in Moses Lake. The event attracted several families to participate in the run.
We have a kids zone sponsored by Samaritan Healthcare this year, so that's something a little bit different. And then, of course, just things going on as far as here at the track for kids and families, as well as the races themselves.
Roughly 153 people participated in the event. Runners in the 5-kilometer race traveled from Moses Lake High School through the neighboring streets and returned to the school. The other courses took their participants further away, with groups moving to Potato Hill Road and to Dune Lakes.
Absolutely. You can see lots of smiling faces, so that's really exciting. We see some new faces. Sometimes we see, the same ones, and it's nice when we also have some fresh faces as well. So
the event drew some Big Bend students to participate. A group of Japanese students participating in the agricultural training program ran in the event. One of the runners, Nori Takeda, said he's enjoying the program and wanted to run today. Along with the exchange students, the event attracts some return runners each year.
We have some dedicated runners here that come out and they support our organization, and of course they're here because they are very good at what they do. Hats off to them. But yes, so we see quite a few familiar faces each year, and then it's also fun to see some new ones too, giving it a go.
The event is one of several fundraisers the club holds during the year to support its programs.
This is what helps fund our programs and to make sure that we're able to have, the facilities and the supplies and materials and resources that we need to be able to run things day to day at the Boys and Girls Club. So this is very crucial to what we're doing as far as at the club, and being able to help support it and maintain it and, reach out to even more families and kids and continue to grow.
For iFIBER 1 News, this is Cameron Probert reporting.
We'll be right back after this.
Well, one thing I knew from being a patient myself was that a dental office is a scary place to come to. And so we wanted everything possible to make sure that our office is a comfortable place for our patients to visit. The patients that I have, my clients, have made me a part of this community, and we want to give back in every way possible.
Experience speed like never before when you connect to Grant PUD's high-speed network. Visit grantpud.org to learn more.
Welcome back. A man is serving 6 months in jail after breaking into a neighbor's home and making sexual advances. Jose Garcia Zuno, a 26-year-old Moses Lake resident, pleaded guilty in Grant County Superior Court to residential burglary and assault in the 4th degree. Judge David Estudio followed the attorney's recommendation and sentenced Garcia Zuno to 6 months in jail. Garcia Zuno sent the victim several messages through Facebook asking if she wanted a beer in 2014. After she refused, Garcia Zuno went to her home. The victim hid in her bedroom with her 2 sleeping children while Garcia Zuno knocked on the front door and then knocked on the back door. He broke in through the bathroom window. When the victim confronted him, he tried to kiss her and grab her clothing. He left after an hour of her fighting off his advances. The godfather of insect cuisine discussed his experience with eating bugs during a free presentation sponsored by the Moses Lake Museum and Art Center. Reporter Joe Utter was there and has the details.
It may not sound appetizing, but the so-called godfather of insect cuisine said eating bugs could be the next revolution in food production. Dozens of people turned out for the free discussion in Moses Lake with David George Gordon, the author of a cookbook called Adventures in Etymophagy. Waiter, there's no fly in my soup. Gordon discussed his experience with eating bugs, from crickets and termites to some bigger creatures like fried tarantulas and scorpions.
They say that 80% of the world's cultures eat some kind of bug. We're in that 20% that thinks it's weird. Whereas there are actually about, I think, 1.9 billion people who are busy engaging in entomophagy on a regular basis.
Gordon added using bugs for food production offers an eco-friendly alternative to eating meat. But what people may not know is they're already eating bugs in their food, as the U.S. government allows a certain amount of bugs in what we eat.
So any of our processed foods, whether it's peanut butter or jams or jellies or coffee, bean dishes, those actually have standards for how many bugs can be in there.
Following the discussion, people were able to sample a chocolate protein bar made with cricket flour. Each bar has about 10 crickets in it. The free presentation was sponsored by the Moses Lake Museum and Art Center. This is Joe Utter for iFIBER 1 News.
More police will be looking for distracted drivers as part of Distracted Driving Awareness Month. Law enforcement in Grant County and across the state are conducting extra patrols through April 14th, looking for drivers on their cell phones. Washington Traffic Safety Commission Program Manager Angie Ward stated that holding a phone in your hand takes your hand off the wheel. Reading or entering data into your phone takes your eyes off the road. The biggest problem is that it takes your mind away from the tasks of driving. Drivers caught talking or sending text messages on their phone could face a $124 fine. Under state law, drivers must use hands-free devices, and new drivers with instruction permits cannot use cell phones while driving, except in emergencies. In Northwest news, thousands witnessed the grand opening of Seattle's new floating bridge, but the headaches began when it came time for all of those people to get off the bridge. Cairo's Deborah Horn has the story.
You can see from Chopper 7 just how many people were on the 520 floating bridge. Between runners and pedestrians, an estimated 27,000 people. And the ones we talked to said they liked what they were seeing.
Well, it's a really nice bridge. It's, you know, lots of room, lots of cars can go across. It won't be so crowded.
I think that people in other countries and other cities should do this. It just connects.
The bridge officially opened with a ceremony emceed by our own Cairo news anchor Monique Minglavin. Dignitaries were on hand, including the state's governor.
Where we have the most innovative economy in the world, where we have the best women's college basketball team that plays right over here in America, and where now we have the longest floating bridge anywhere on the planet Earth. What a great time.
Then it was time to cut the ribbon. But the real problems came when it was time for people to get off the bridge. There were more than 50 metro buses to shuttle people back and forth, but WashDOT concedes there weren't enough buses to get people off the bridge fast enough. And some complained, especially online, that it took up to 2 hours for them to get off.
So many people came, which is great that we have had to work on it. Really, more people are coming than we're going at first. So now we are really concentrating on getting buses for people to leave.
That's going to do it here for us at iFIBER 1 News. We want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.